Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown-Jackson today giving her opening statement to Congress. She is poised to face some tough questions from Republicans about her record.
Tia is back with a more in-depth look at what is ahead. Tia.
All right. Well, she has the credentials. We know that for sure. Jackson is both a Harvard Law School graduate and has 10 years of experience as a judge. But tomorrow she will face questions by 11 members of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Stephen Maynard Caliendo, professor of political science at North Central College, joins us now to talk more about this. As always, thank you for being here.
Hi, Tia.
Let's get into it. We know that she's going to face some tough questions. It already sounds like it's going to come from the Republican side. Senator Josh Hawley basically said today he was talking about her record and talking about that he feels like she's gone light in terms of some sentences, specifically child porn charges. What do you think will happen here?
I think you're going to have posturing. There's going to be posturing, and there'll be posturing by Democrats as well. I mean, that's what we've come to expect from especially Supreme Court hearings, these for high-level Senate hearings. And so there's a number of people in that room who have other aspirations to the presidency, for instance. And it's not always about whether or not, judging whether or not a person is competent to have the position. But there's television cameras are rolling. There's opportunities to make statements and to play to the base. And I think we'll see a good bit of that during these hearings.
Very good points. Do you think the way Jackson will answer the questions will determine if she can actually sway some to vote for her confirmation?
I don't know. I don't think so. And I think that, those who are planning to vote for her will probably vote for her, and those who weren't, there's probably nothing she's going to say. I really liked, Tia, the way you phrased it, the way she answers the questions, because I think it's the way she carries herself as she's answering the questions, not the substantive answer that she gives. Almost all Supreme Court nominees answer very similarly on all these questions that are put forth. I'll hold closely to the Constitution. I don't think judges should be there to make laws, et cetera, et cetera. So I think those answers will be very consistent with previous nominees, both by Republican presidents and Democratic presidents. But I think what we saw today is that she's able to really captivate a room. And make people feel comfortable and warm. That's not a qualification to be a Supreme Court justice, but it does help one get through a confirmation hearing.
Now, we know the questioning isn't supposed to get personal, but what could happen if the Republicans decide they don't want to confirm Ketanji Brown-Jackson?
Well, it's going to be interesting because, of course, as it goes to the full Senate, it's a 50-50 split, and Kamala Harris would, of course, have a deciding vote. You really would need a Democrat or two to pull away. This is an eminently qualified jurist. There's no question about that. Aside from the history, which is not unimportant, she's eminently qualified. And I think, we understand that elections have consequences. Democrats had to deal with that with 3 nominees from President Trump. And this in particular, if she is as progressive as some conservatives are believing that she is, still doesn't change the composition of the court, because she will be replacing somebody who has been a progressive judge throughout his tenure on the court. And so it's not what we would call a tipping point election, where the ideological balance of the court would shift as a result of her confirmation. So I really don't see anything other than the posturing that will come affecting the outcome, unless there's some tremendous surprise that happens over the next couple of days.
What do you predict the outcome to possibly be? Do you have any ideas of what you think will happen?
I think she'll be confirmed. I think she'll come out and maybe an even split vote. There are people on this body who voted in favor of her confirmation when she was put on both in the district court and with respect to the circuit court, and so they're going to have to change their minds, and they can. I mean, this is a different appointment. This is a different type of appointment. It's still an appeals court, but it's a different type of appointment. But I think there's 11 Republicans and 11 Democrats, and we're probably going to see a party line split in the committee, and we'll probably see not too many Republicans peel off and vote for her when it goes to the full Senate.
You always break it down so everybody can understand. Stephen Maynard Caliendo, it's always a pleasure to have you here on First at 4. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Tia. Have a great night.
All right, you too.